hard to capture. Extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifesting. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my psyche.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, bringing you guys another discussion for Boruto Naruto Next Generations, the anime as well as the Boruto manga. So unfortunately, if you're an anime only fan, I'm gonna say right now, I am gonna be talking about content that is going to directly deal with the possible ending of the Kara Actuation arc and definitely the beginning of the Owl arc. And I'm gonna say right now, if you don't care about spoilers, then continue watching this video. But if you don't want to be spoiled, I'm going to encourage you to click off because this is going to be a major spoiler right here. So with all that being said though, if you're still here, then I'm assuming you're okay with me talking about spoilers and you have definitely been warned. So I wanted to go ahead and say on this end, man, like looking at this Kara Actuation arc, I've been very pleasantly surprised at how well they've handled the character of Victor and how well they've actually brought the character of Deepa along, even though Deepa, when you really look at his character, does not have a lot of dialogue. They've made him into a very likable personality, and it really makes me sad to know that Deepa is more than likely getting killed at the end of this arc, and we know for certain that Victor's going to get killed by Kashi and Koji, and we know for certain that Ao is going to kill Mujino. And when you look at what they've done with this arc, they have just made all three of these characters so much fun. Like I never ever thought that I was gonna find myself enjoying when Victor shows up on screen, and yet I've grown to love this guy a lot. Like he was so minor and minuscule in the manga, man. I was not a big fan of him. Like when Kashi and Koji killed him, I said, oh, this guy can regenerate. Oh, that's cute. He probably can't do anything on Hashirama's level, but okay, sure thing. We had no idea at the time how powerful these characters in Kara were at the time. So in hindsight, you look at Victor's high-speed regeneration, you're thinking, damn, this dude might have been on some advanced stuff here. However, the fact is that between Victor just showing up and trolling Boruto on Team 7 with the whole thing with Anato, and then turning around and making his own divine tree and having that moment where he's just fodderizing Konohamaru and Mujino, like between that and the small lines of dialogue where he talks about his passion for science and how basically with science you can find the genetic code to human beings and slow down things like aging and cure illnesses, and then you see that this dude's so skilled with the wordplay that he's been able to deceive a feudal lord. Like there's been small stuff that's been done just enough to where you look at Victor and you're like, damn, this dude is trying to low-key be somebody like Madara and Obito and Aizen, just manipulate everything from the shadows, and yet we all know that this guy is on the lower end of the totem pole. And then that brings me to Deepa. When I saw Deepa's character profile in the opening for Boruto Opening 7, I said, damn, I think they're giving us an anime original Kara member, and I had mixed emotions on it. And then when you read the character profile for the character, they said that, oh, he's so deeply misunderstood. My first thought when that happened was, I said, well, maybe he was one of those little boys that Jigen touched at some point. And so I thought, okay, whatever, this guy's gonna be another Urashiki, but I'll give him a chance. And lo and behold, this guy has done so much. He's been able to generate so much heat with the fan base, where he's given Boruto, Sarada, and Mitsuki that true terror and dread. This dude is just fodderizing Amoi and the ninja from the Cloud Village. He's essentially, both times he's fought Boruto, the first time as well as in the episode summaries for the upcoming episodes, he's just stomped a mud hole in Boruto and he hasn't had any type of issue with it. Same thing when it comes to the battle with Shikadai. We saw this dude where he's sitting in that diner and everybody's just eating around him, and the dude, instead of paying his tab, says, okay, time to slaughter everybody. It's just like, you can't get a full grasp on this guy. You don't know what makes him tick, and yet that's exactly what makes him so much fun. And to know that this dude is potentially going to be offed, potentially by somebody like Kashin Koji, or off by one of the legacy characters, and then you got Victor who's going to be getting off by Koji later on. The fact is that like both of these characters, they've done so much that they're gonna be able to get over. They're gonna be able to get over whoever it is that they are going to be getting killed by. Essentially, they're gonna get this character over with the anime over fans so much. Like when Kashin Koji kills Victor, we've seen how Konohamaru struggled with this guy, and for Kashin Koji to take this dude out in one jutsu, it's gonna make people say, who the hell is this guy? The same thing, whoever kills Deepa, the exact same thing's gonna happen here. You're gonna say, how the hell did this happen? Boruto and Sarda and Mitsuki, even Mitsuki going into Sage mode, they could do absolutely nothing to this guy. How is he able to get brought down? It's gonna immediately create interest in those characters. And then that brings me to the most important character of this arc, and once again, a character who in the manga I cared nothing for. Press F in the chat if you're like me and when you saw Mujino in the anime you said, man, I don't give a damn what they're gonna do with this character, because we know that he gets off in the manga. Like basically, if Mujino was a Pokemon, this dude used self-destruct and it was not very effective. Like the fact is that during this time in the anime, we've seen Mujino where he's been lecturing Boruto, he's been given all this advice on how to be a capable ninja and passing on his ninja way to Boruto without Boruto even realizing it. We've seen him fight alongside Konohamaru, we've seen him talk a little bit of smack to Konohamaru when Konohamaru basically felt No Nut November because this guy said that his chakra was drained out of his right arm, but we all know what happened. My dude snuck off somewhere and was looking at Hinata's OnlyFans, and my dude failed No Nut November because my dude was looking at 2 Hyugas 1 cup. But the fact is that like with the character of Mujino, we've grown attached to him. Like I literally read comments and people are saying, I love Mujino. I've even had somebody say, hey, this is my new favorite character in Boruto. When I read that, I said, oh my god, you're so precious. You anime only fan. You are so precious. Everything that they tried to do absolutely worked because you've gotten attached to this guy, and my dude's going to be killed off when they do the Owl arc later this year. Oh my god, you have no idea what's coming. Like the fact is that people have gotten attached to the character Mujino, and what that tells me right there is that we're in a situation where the Boruto series has accomplished everything it's needed. Ao, when he kills Mujino, is going to become a hated character. Kashin Koji, when he kills Victor, is going to be an even more interesting character. And if Kashin Koji also kills Deepa, it's going to be the same thing. People are going to say, who the hell is this guy? This is so interesting to see how well they've handled these 3 characters. So my question to you guys is going to be very simple. Which of these 3 characters have you grown most attached to and why? Let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.